Hey guys, I'm the assassin from Team Dragon Slayers and I'm going to be doing a deck profile on Amber Dragon Ride. Hope you enjoy. So to begin with, we have our Amber Dragon Dawn. This will be our starting vanguard as we're using the Amber Dragon Ride. Then we have our 4 heal triggers, which is Dragon Monk Genjo. As you can see, they're good heal triggers. They're the only ones we currently have, which is kind of upsetting, but what are you going to do about it? For this deck, I run 8 criticals. I like my criticals, don't really like my stands, so here's Blu-ray Draco Kid, sorry about that guys, as one of our 4 criticals. As one of our 8 criticals. Then we have Rakshasa. Could not say that name properly guys, sorry if I'm saying it wrong, but yeah, we have 4 of him. Next, we have our 4 draw triggers, which is Gatling Claw Dragon. I like him because if your opponent uses Pioneer, it's a good skill to get rid of that. Next, we have our single Lordies, which is a nice grade 1, because when using it, if your opponent has 2 or less rearguard, when it attacks, it gets a plus 3000, so that's a very nice skill. Next, we have Wave and Strike Jaren. This is an okay card, it's not the best, it's basically there just to fill a slot that's missing. Next we have 4 bars. I use the bars because, well, they're a nice card, it's good 8k, that sort of thing. Next we have our 4 Amber Dragon Daylights. They're there for our ride chain, it's a good skill because when they attack, when you have Dawn in the Soul, he gets a plus 2000, bringing him to an 8k. And whenever he's placed onto a rearguard, you can discard 1 grade 3 to search for Eclipse, but if you ride this on top of Dawn anyway, you get to search for Dusk, so you basically get your whole ride chain just through him. Sorry guys, I've got a bit of a cold if you can hear me doing that. Next we have Lizard Soldier Rapier. He's a good boost when boosting the Kagero Vanguard because he gets a plus 4000 when boosting when your opponent has 2 or less rearguards. Next we have Flame of Promise Ermo. This is basically just in case I get a Dragonic Overlord onto the field. It is, if I can't, I literally just use it for guard. Now, next we have Kinmara. This is a very nice card because I like its skill. You just have to counterblast 1, put it into your soul and destroy an opponent's grade 1. Next we have Burning Horn Dragon. This is sort of like my Flame of Promise, it's just there in case I get Dragonic Overlord. Then we have 2 Flame Edge Dragons. These are here in case I have to go for a Vortex Dragon Ride, so I can keep soul charging, that sort of thing. Excuse me guys. Next we have 2 Cross Shop Garps. They're a very nice card because I like their art, they're good 10ks. Then we have Dragonite Burger. This is here to be a special incept. It's a nice card, it gives you more guard, that sort of thing. Next we have Dragonite Aleph. I have Aleph in, mostly because I want to build into the Embodiment series into this deck, just in case. Now we have our 2 Dusks. Dusks are here just, well, because they're part of our ride chain, that sort of thing. I like their skill. When you have Daylight in the Soul, it gets a plus 1000. And when it's on the Vanguard and it attacks a Vanguard, it gets a plus 2000 boost. So if you're using something like Bar or Rapier, it gets a nice power increase. It can reach 20 to 22k in a single hit. Only at grade 2, so pretty nice. Then we have our Berserk Dragon. He's there because he's just for retiring rearguards, that sort of thing. Then we have our Lava Arm Dragon. This is here. I only have 1 of this because, well, whenever I had more than 1, I would usually not get the ride chain and then it'd just become useless to me, so that's the only reason he's there. Next we have 2 Vortex Dragons. These are my backup Vanguard. I like using these because I like their skill, I like how they get the power increase, because with my deck it works very nicely. Then we have our Dragonic Overlord. I've only got 1 of these because personally I do not like him. I'm going to replace him, that sort of thing. As soon as I can get a Dragonic Lawkeeper, he is being replaced with that. Next we have our 2 Eclipses for our ride chain. I only use 2 because personally I think 3 is too many, and with 2, even if one gets put in the damage zone, you still got another to replace it. Then we have Dragon Monk Goku. He's there just to be there. He's just balancing out our deck, that sort of thing. Then we have our Dual Axe Archdragon. He's there because, well, his skill is very nice. I like how whenever there's 2 or less rear guards on your opponent's field, he gets a plus 3,000. That's good when using Bar because he becomes a 21,000, which means your opponent will have to guard for 15 unless they use a Cross Ride. Then, just for last, we have Seal Dragon Blockade Triple R. This is nice because he gets a very nice intercept skill. It stops your opponent from intercepting at all whenever he's on a vanguard. Okay guys, thank you, subscribe and like.